If you are using the past, if you wanted to use a subjunctive trigger in the past, for example, I was hoping, that there were more people at the party. So that would be, yo esperaba que hubiera más gente en la fiesta que la semana anterior. No? I was hoping that there were more people at the party than the week before. Okay. And in that sentence, I might want to say I was hoping that there were going to be more people. That they were going to be. Now, in that sentence, were going to be. I was hoping that there were going to be. Now, what happens is we hear to be, and we think, that must be either ser or estar. And it's a location, party, so it must be estar. But what we haven't done is given account to the word there. There we're going to be. Okay? So that sentence, how would that sentence be? I was hoping that there were going to be more people at the party. Okay, let's see. If you could get this sentence, then you deserve a big medal. Okay? Because it would be, yo esperaba que fuera a haber más gente en la fiesta. Right, so what have I done? Yo esperaba que, it's a trigger for the subjunctive. I'm in the past, so I've got to use the past subjunctive. And what verb? Going to, which is ir. Well, what's the imperfect subjunctive of ir? Fuera. Same as said. So fuera a haber. I've got to get haber in because I'm saying there was going to be. Not to be, there was to be. Or was to be, there were going to be. Alright? Let's just move back away before we go too far down that rabbit hole. Okay, if you think about the future of going, if you want to say there is going to be, or there are going to be 100 people at the party, there are going to be. Alright, so what we've got is, we know haber is always third person singular. So rather than saying van, we're going to say ba. Alright, because you're always going for the third person singular. And it would go, you would say, va a haber 100 personas en la fiesta. Va a haber. There are going to be. Alright? Because if you think about it, if you focus on the to be, you might say, van a estar. Okay? But that's not what the sentence is saying. Van a estar is, van a estar 100 personas. 100 people are going to be at the party. But we're going to say there are going to be. So what happens sometimes, we put the there first, and then something in between, and then to be. But when you see there be, right? This is the very important thing. When you hear there be, right? Pirate, this is pirate talk, there be, right? That's when you know that you're in haber. Alright, haber is there be. Alright? So, va a haber 100 personas en la fiesta. O habrá 100 personas en la fiesta. There will be, or there is going to be. Okay, or there are going to be. So that's va a haber. Okay? Right. So, in the past, espero, well, in the present, espero que haya, right? And in the past, esperaba que hubiera, yeah? O era importante que hubiera cosas en la despensa. Okay, it was important that there were things in the larder, in the larder. Well, what's the other word for that? Where you keep your food. All right. So, imperfect subjunctive of I, hubiera. Present subjunctive, haya. All right. Okay. But then we get to the interesting one, which is this. When people say there have been some problems, there have been, all right? Now, nearly all of the students that I've come across when they're faced with that say there have been han estado unos problemas, no? And of course, because they hear the verb been, yeah, and they think to be. But no, the sentence is this: there have been. So we know that we've got there with be, there be is haber. Alright, so what's that sentence? Ha habido. Ha habido. Alright, so it's a double up of haber. From there are to there have been. It's the same thing. There are, there was, there have been. Yeah? So there have been will always be ha habido. You don't have to change it, you don't have to worry about plurality, anything. Ha habido unos problemas hoy, there have been. Yeah? And then, just to add to that, if you say there had been, okay, I spoke to Miguel and he said to me that there had been some problems that day. So all that we're doing is we're changing have, a, to had, which is había. And the only thing we do is we change ha habido to había habido. Yeah? So, hablé con Miguel el otro día y él dijo que había habido unos problemas. Alright, and if you remember from the lesson that we did, or maybe it's this week or is it next week? Or it might be the week before. Don't know, because I'm not sure what order they're going in. But when we use había habido, all that's happened is, when we use the pluperfect, we take two jumps into the past. Yeah? So, hablé con Miguel y él dijo. So, we're going to the past once. Que había habido problemas ese día. Earlier there had been. Earlier there had been. So, once back to the past, and then earlier there had been. Yeah? So, with there had been, había habido. There has been, ha habido. You don't change it. Nothing changes. So, and we use it a lot. You know, there have been some interesting things happening. So, now that would be something that ha habido unas cosas interesantes hoy. Yeah, there have been. Okay, there had been some interesting things. Ha habido unas cosas interesantes. But just because it's plural, nothing changes. You don't say han habido. Never, ever, jamás. And you never say habían habido. Never. Alright? Ha habido, había habido. There have been, there had been. That's all. Yeah? So that's all of your eyes. Okay? The one that catches us out is this, there have been. Yeah? Because we invariably use the ser, or the estar. But now you know that when you hear there be, that's going to be haber. So there's no choice. Yeah? Either había, there was, or ha habido, there have been. Yeah? Okay, right. So let's do a little review of all of our tenses. And let's see if you can pull some sentences out of your head. Alright, so how would you say there is a man looking at me. Okay, there is a man looking at me. What would that be? Well, that would be hay un hombre mirándome. Okay, hay un hombre mirándome. O que me mira. Okay. What about if you said there will be a lot of work to do. There will be a lot of work to do. That would be, remember, always third person singular. That would be habrá mucho trabajo que hacer. Habrá mucho trabajo que hacer. Okay. How would you say there would be more people here, but we've had problems. There would be more people here, but we've had problems. That would be, habría más gente aquí, pero hemos tenido problemas. Habría más gente aquí, pero hemos tenido problemas. Okay? Now, what about this one? There is going to be, or there are going to be, more than 100 people here. There are going to be more than 100 people here. Okay, so we've got going to be, so we're going to use third person singular, va a haber. Va a haber más de 100 personas aquí. Más de 100. Remember, we always use más de when we do numbers, and más que when we're not using numbers, okay? So, va a haber, and bear in mind that when you hear a Spanish person using that, you're not going to hear va a haber. You're going to hear this, va a haber, va a haber, okay? Which sounds like va a haber is going to see, but it's not, va a haber, okay? Va a haber. All right, so now, what about if you said, there were 3 people in the street? That would be, había 3 personas en la calle. Imperfect, just a description, yeah? And if you said, there was a terrible accident. There was a terrible accident. Okay, now we're in the territory of one-off stuff. That would be, hubo un accidente terrible. Hubo un accidente terrible. One-off stuff, yeah? Okay. Now, what about this one? There has been, there have been 2 men waiting here. There have been 2 men waiting here all day. There have been 2 men waiting here all day. So it doesn't matter whether it's 1 man or 2 men. It's always ha habido. There have been, so there be, ha habido. Ha habido 2 hombres esperando aquí todo el día. Ha habido 2 hombres. Okay, that's the important bit. Ha habido 2 hombres esperando aquí todo el día. Okay. What about this one? There had been 3 women in the restaurant that day. There had been 3 women in the restaurant that day. How do you do that? Había habido 3 mujeres en el restaurante ese día. Había habido 3 mujeres en el restaurante ese día. Yeah? And remember that what we've done is we're talking about in that day at an earlier point there had been some women in the restaurant. Okay. Now, let's go to this one. I hope there is more later. I hope there is more later. The answer to that one is, espero que haya más tarde. Espero que haya más tarde. So I hope that there is more later. Okay? Espero que, trigger. So you're going to use the present subjunctive haya. Okay? What about this one? He was hoping that there was food at the party. He was hoping that there was food at the party. Okay. So now we're in the past, still with the trigger for the subjunctive. Él esperaba que hubiera comida en la fiesta. Él esperaba que hubiera comida en la fiesta. So he was hoping that there was. Yeah? So there you are, that's your imperfect subjunctive. Okay. And what about this one? If there had been more food at the party. It would have been better. If there had been more food at the party, it would have been better. Ooh, now, take your time on this one, alright? Because this is the most complex of all. There be. Okay? So if there had been more food at the party, that sentence is si. There's your trigger. If, past tense. Si hubiera habido más comida en la fiesta, it would have been better. Habría sido mejor. So the second one, yes, is definitely said because there's no there. It isn't there would have been, no. It would have been. That's said. Habría sido mejor. Si hubiera habido, if there had been más comida en la fiesta, habría sido mejor. That is the most complex you're going to get. Yeah? Now, if you don't quite get your head around that sentence, don't worry about it because it's not often that you're going to say that. Right? When you get to a higher level in Spanish, yes, you can say things like that. But at the beginning, don't worry too much about it if that's way above what you're able to do. If you can manage I and había, that's going to be perfect for you. I and había, and maybe a future. Either habrá, I, había. If you can do that, then you can cope with the past, you can cope with the present, and you can cope with the future. Yeah? Okay. So there you are. That's haber. It seems like a big thing, but it's not. It's all the tenses are identical to any other tense. Okay. Entonces, eso es todo, chicos. Nos vemos en el siguiente Chalk and Talk. Que descanséis, chicos. Y hay que estudiar.